Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Trainman, and welcome back to this 2 days before Thanksgiving episode of the of Chris Sawyer's Locomotion. Speaking of the zombie turn, actually, the reason I mentioned it is because it's a little bit on my mind. You will not be getting an episode of the zombie train this week, more than likely. The reason for that is... Please tell me you're full. No. The reason for that is, I don't feel like sitting down and making 2 hours of time-lapse while, I don't need to be. So, in the end, I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to concentrate on getting myself ready to go home, because I'm going home these next couple of days. I'm heading out of here, and I will be leaving this behind. Now, anyways, what is it that we have to do? Also, where are you going with the no load? Whatever. I think we've worked out most of what we were going to be able to work out. So, we need to sort of bang out this area here, and that actually includes this. So, there are now trees growing in these areas. Whatever. I'm just going to build this all the way back. I don't know how long our trains are going to be, but I'll build this down to here and then worry about it. Oh, excuse me, in a moment. I've got, the hiccups, or not quite hiccups, but, something. I've got something going on, and I don't like it. You'd think I could get away with adding another track here and just leave it at that. And then use this one for something else. Actually, that gives me an idea. Not a real good one, but an idea. It would sort of avoid what we're doing over here, which isn't good. But that would be to, to shift the other stuff around the edge of this, and then plug this into this track instead, so that this doesn't have to come along here, it can go this way. And that's probably not a bad idea, all things considered. The problem comes in with this intersection right here, which has been configured specifically for trains all coming out on this track. So, that's something we can look into. Both these tracks are a way to get this way. Yeah, we need to rethink this a little bit. Yeah, I am rethinking it right now. And the fact of the matter is, I feel like if we send the trains on this track, there are going to be an awful lot of trains going up there instead of moving this way. So I don't really want to do that. Nor do I want to have to cross them over ahead of time. Additionally, having a thing that does that, actually, that may be more worthwhile. That may be more worthwhile. So, I'm going to get rid of this for a minute. Assuming nothing's going to come down this way, that's so imperative it needs to go that way. Everybody's going to go straight here. I'm going to bump this up one just to have some extra room. Actually, I'm not. Because there's no purpose for having that signal there right now. And it's going to connect like this. Unfortunately, that brings all of these trains onto this track. Ah, that still has a connection in. And we could split this like that. And then have the train on this track. No, because there's no way to get from... Okay. I see what I did, and it actually works quite well. This guy's going the right way. See, now I'm torn. They almost have to be on this track. Unless... This is gonna look really dumb. Alright. Get rid of this for a minute. I'll leave that there. And then attach this like this for a minute, just in case somebody's coming through. Okay, and then build this out like this, turn it. That has nowhere near enough room to do what I was about to do, alright. Never mind. Don't do that. Unless I go up one here. No, not like that. This. Make the turn. Go up again. Sorry. Then fly over and come down. We need to have a way around for the time being. I'm realizing this. Alright. Make this go here. And that looks awful and ugly. But it just needs to work for now. Alright, build us a bridge. Can't do that. Damn it. Wrong one. Wrong one. This is the slope I want. Okay, so that works. Almost everyone can get everywhere, it's just horribly inefficient right now. Okay. And I'm actually going to get rid of this. I deleted that in the wrong direction, but that's fine by me. So we actually do have our over-under here. Alright. That's good. Please nobody crash into one another. They're about to. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, there's no way that signaling should be causing that. And also, there was no way I would have been able to stop that. Okay, let's get rid of this. Again, nobody's coming this way. That needs to go over there right now. Right now. They will be coming on this track. Which means I can get rid of this. Well, actually, I still wanted to get rid of that side. Okay, do that. Put this here. Why are you going that way? Wow. Hey, we got a new Haven S1. Cool. Oh, wait, where? Oh, I still need that window. Okay, go that way. We need a way. I'm gonna get rid of this for a second. Again, I don't think there's any trains that come off here and need to go up there. I'm fairly certain about it, as a matter of fact. Actually, I am certain. Yeah, there's no trains that come off there and need to go up there. Where were you? Okay, so that enables the trains to do what they need to do, except there's one thing that I missed. I know what it is, too. Okay, so this is a hard decision. Actually, it's not that hard. Well, okay, hold on. The initial idea is to disconnect this. And I know that sounds bad at first. Because the trains that are on this track actually do need to go that way. Or no. The trains that will be on this track need to go that way, and that's why I need to disconnect this. Because I need to link this into that. This is exclusively gonna be this, basically. So, yeah. Okay, let's change that routing now. First things first is we're going to add another platform. Well, actually, we have to get rid of one platform before we add it. Second thing is I actually need to get rid of this. The train will no longer be coming in on here, at least if it will, we'll have to change some stuff around. But for now, no, it will not be coming in on that track. Okay, so build this out this way. Here comes one of these trains. He's going to pull in, hopefully not the track that we need to get rid of. Okay, good. Alright, so I'm going to disconnect this at this end. I'm going to disconnect it at this end. And I'm actually going to tear the whole thing up and replace it. Well, not the whole thing, but everything with a station. I'm tearing up and replacing. Okay. There. And get rid of this as well. And then once these guys get out of the way, actually, no. The first thing that's got to happen is the removal of this track. And this is going to present a problem for a minute while this guy's in there. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to fly this over. Zigzag it. Oh, not enough. This way. Alright, and then pull it in there. We're going to put the signal right here. Okay, and then we're going to build this out this way. Not quite. I'm actually going to attach it here. No! We're going to need to put down some trees. Stop. Okay, that guy won't be able to go anywhere. You can leave still, actually. But it won't be like that for long. We need to sort of rebuild this, but the way it's set up, it makes this kind of a better solution than anything. Although, lashing it around through there would probably look better. Okay, so after this guy leaves, we're going to make the change. And then we're going to need to very carefully analyze what we're doing with all of this trackage. Okay, so you come out. And that's actually going to be good because it's going to remove the speed limit. And then tuck this, whoops, tuck this here. And then around the edge. There. There, put a signal there for good measure. Also put that signal there so it's lined up. So he's leaving. You're waiting. You can go now. Okay, so I am going to replace this piece of track with the one that I think looks better. I'm glad I had that idea, because admittedly it looks kind of dumb right now. Okay. Alright, don't... Okay, signal. You can go now. Also, this bridge is now one too long. Let's fix that. Actually, let's not. Don't worry about it yet. Okay, so this track can actually go away. So that removes... Okay, yeah. That actually removes entirely the possibility of deadlocking this system. Which is really, really nice. Let me see if I can get lucky and build a thing. No. No. No, not quite. Okay, throw down this again. And actually, it is bothering me. This bridge is one longer than it needs to be, so I'm going to replace it. Signal there. Where'd I put the signal on this track? Oh, it should be right there. Can't see it. Doesn't matter. How much do you hate me? 93. That's actually not bad. How about south? 57. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a steel mill over here. Let's plant some trees, make the town happy, blah, blah, blah. Let's build it over here. And over here. I don't even know what kind of tree I just grabbed. A common beech tree. Can't place it. Tree's in the way. Yeah. I'll place what I want where I want. Knocking down trees to place more trees. Alright, oak trees. 100%. Okay, good. We're done here. Alright, so he's pulling in. That's just a weird little wobble. We'll have to live with that existing. And now let's look at this trackage. He's actually going through. Maybe this can... Oh, no, it can't. It can't. I was about to say, maybe this can remain as is. It cannot remain as is. We've already covered the reason why, as a matter of fact. My question now is largely to myself, and it's figuring out where the hell to put these. Alright, so everything on this track, whether I like it or not, is going to be coal and iron ore empties returning. So if I connect that like that, it solves all the problems. It creates a handful of new ones due to capacity issues, though. Actually, let's do this real quick. Thankfully, they're all empty, so they won't get stuck going over that bridge. But even then, so they need to be able to get to the other track. That's not really a necessity, but I feel like it ought to be. Mostly because we have two entrances. Just anyways. And this is splintering off into 4 different things. Frankly, I think I know what we should do. And it ends up relegating some of the other stuff to single track. Again, I don't really like that, but it might be the best decision here. Unless we want to raise this on a bridge over the whole thing, which also isn't the best idea. So, what I can do, actually, is I can do this. Actually, I could just put a crossover. I could just restore that, like down there. I don't even know why I ever got rid of that. Well, I got rid of it just for simplicity's sake. If you crash, I swear to God. Thank God. Okay. So, yeah, and that will just act as a crossover for this. Wait a minute. You can either go this way onto... Okay. Both of these lead to the same thing. Sticking to the inside all the way or sticking to the outside all the way. They lead to the exact same thing. There's no way for a train on this to get onto the other. Right. So... I could probably just add just a double cross here and not feel not feel remorseful about it. That's not really necessarily a problem as it stands. Also, I'm going to put the output signals here instead of stuck under this bridge. And there goes another semaphore. So this may limit some of the throughput, but actually, if I put a a two-way signal there, then trains will not come through this signal until that's clear, and it'll be more inclined to make them go through this signal and then around if they're trying to get that way. That's fine. I think that's how it's going to work. I'm still interested in putting this, to both of these, just because having the additional throughput to here would be kind of useful. But I don't think it's that important. So that's going over there. And then maybe, actually, no. No, because straight through here would cause problems. Unless I want to bump these all back and add another line of station platform there. I'm not sure how strapped this is for capacity. I am going to do something to help with that, actually. Oh no, if I do this, they'll never find their way home. Yeah. We still haven't figured a way out. That's right. We still don't have a way out. He's stopped because he's going the wrong way. Because he's stopped because somebody drove in there and got perpetually stuck. Alright, that's why I had that turnaround. I didn't think anybody else would need it in this day and age, but yeah, we do need it. Alright, awesome. You just go somewhere else. Watch you be an iron ore train. Okay. That would have seriously effed things up. I'm glad we investigated that instead of just leaving it to, oh, well, things are stuck. Because I would have totally done that. Again, we don't have a way out this way. Still. And that's not... I mean, it could be worse, but it's not good. Also, we have extra signals on this. If I bump these over here, then I could connect... Wait. I'm dumb. It only needs to come in on this track. It just needs to go through there. Alright, the trains are moving again. You're on the wrong track. Oh, you're full. You're also full. You happen to be on the right track, though. Alright, so... if... it's coming back on this way, that means it's probably going to end up fed into here. Oh, and why wouldn't I just do this? Oh, you know what? I can actually unwiggle this a little bit. Straighten this out. Straighten that out. Connect this like this so that we can put a signal down here. And then connect this like, oops, not quite. Like this. And that way I can curve one in there, and additionally curve one in here. And then let's move the signals up, because we can. Now let's see which way this one is pointing. Get rid of these two. Here comes, the grain train, right? We still need to do this. That's what I came here to do. And then I actually redid this. That was a hell of a brainwave, though. Okay, you miss chances to go that way, so that means you have to go this way. Which means you're just fine. He's pulling in there. Okay, so we'll move this signal. No. Put that like that. And then just have a nice little squiggle there. That looks so awful. That may be one of the only times I ever put a signal on a zigzag. Or an S-curve, or whatever it's called in this game. We might want to do something else a little bit. Not like something crazy else, but just a siding here, so that we can have a second grain train waiting, or even third. We still don't have a way out of here. I keep coming back and then coming back to that and then realizing, yeah, no, we don't have a way out of here. So... oh wait, that's what I was working on. I was gonna bump this forward, put the crossover here, get rid of this, and then pump this over that and attach it to here. I don't really think that's smart. It's kind of, I don't know. It seems like a little bit much. It would let trains get out this way. What are you doing? Okay, but... so he's gonna pull up there, get stuck. It would look really dumb. That's also the reason I'm sort of abstaining from doing it. It might just work, though, which is probably the best reason I could have to do it. Making this thing bi-directional, not something I really had in mind. I guess we're putting these signals back onto the bridge. Whoops. Get rid of this. Why are you on this track? Where the hell did you come from? I know you're not supposed to be here. Okay. Get rid of this. No, wrong one. Put that there. Put this here. Get rid of the extra signals, that's what I was doing. And then tear this up entirely. There. Okay, and so we have our first piece of bidirectional trackage on this. We'll have to basically actually get rid of the signal. Although I probably shouldn't do that because trains sit there oftentimes. Like so. This guy should just go through there. The question becomes... oh wait, hold on. Put this there. The question becomes, is there anything I can do to get these guys out of the way? And the answer actually is yes. So, instead of basically keeping this where it is, I can do this. And actually, I can move it up one so it doesn't look quite as bad. I can do that and then get rid of this so that we have this crossover set, which actually looks pretty slick, I'm going to be honest. And then I'll get rid of this because it doesn't really matter right now. Actually, this doesn't matter either. Does it? Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. Hold on. Why would any of these matter? Well, these two definitely matter, because they're insulating this, but these two are already connected, and these two are already connected, so if something's coming through here, nothing's going to even try to come through here. I will add a signal there, just to stop trains, like, after they're on the hill, instead of before. Yeah. So I can get away with that. Let's go up. Oh. I could wait one more. Can I build one of these? Awesome. Actually, we don't need that, do we? Let's not do that. We can make the bridge short. Ah, disappointed. Man, the Chaos Pit is really standing up to its name, huh? Alright, so this is a one-way signal. Just put it there. Now our train could actually get out of here. And I'm going to hook this into this line. Because our most likely customers are the smaller grain trains and these idiots. Where are you going? You were never mind. Never mind. I can't even sometimes. So he's gonna go straight through there. That's fine. He's coming up this way. Why wouldn't we merge these beforehand and just have one? I mean, other than the speed limits due to zigzags. This guy's gonna be coming back in a minute. You had an opportunity to go the right way. These guys are actually working. I have no idea what the trains that are supposed to be on this are. Oh, there's one. There's the other one. Alright, this has been actually a great success. You might say this was a triumph. Okay, so you're pulling in there. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to make that connection through there. Also, the fact that we have an extra, you know, sort of arch on this end is just too good to pass up. But I've got to remember to do that. That's the problem. Alright, you're in there for some reason. I don't even know what you're doing. Oh, you're waiting. For him. Because he's going to cut in front of you. He actually knows which way to go. That's awesome. He might actually go to the right place. Wait, what's happening here? Oh, right. Oh, tell me. Where's he going? Oh, unbelievable. Watch this. He comes down, he comes across the bridge, he takes that turn. 41 miles an hour. Slow down for that curve there. Then he goes up and over. And he actually blocks the iron ore train. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. Imagine if that was a diamond. I mean, honestly, I don't think it'd be that bad, but having that on the bridge just makes it so much better. Just because it's so ridiculous. I can move down to a different track, yeah. Anyways. Alright, this guy knows where to go as well. Looks like. Yeah, he does. Awesome. Okay, so things are running smoothly. And there will never be a problem again. Except for him trying to leave. Where are you going? Wait. Huh? Hold on a minute. Okay. Also, you don't need to route through Timber Springs Forest anymore. Best bridge on the system. Alright, so I think we're done here. This is absolutely a beautiful, chaotic mess. This guy still knows where to go, and that's fantastic. Guy taking the new curved bridge. I like. So you gonna, yeah, he switches over because there's a guy in front of him. That's why I'm glad I added that crossover. And then the other guys, they can actually use this to get onto either this track or this track again, in case there's somebody coming through here. Absolutely splendid. I'm very, very happy for the changes that we made today. Also, I can shorten up one of these bridges. Let's just do that, and that'll be our last active video. Get rid of this. Oh, disappointed. Wait. Ah, wrong button. Get rid of that. Alright, so that's being put there. Oh. Damn it. Alright, no, I have to keep that the way it was. Alright. Reattach that. Yeah, I couldn't have the insulation between this and trains coming through here, so had to ditch that. Although I could have just gotten rid of this. I want to give the trains all the options they can have, unless it would cause, you know, lots of chaos. Are you going in? Tell me you're going in. Oh, there's somebody anyway. Alright, but he's trying. That's the important part. Let's just make sure he goes in the right place. This guy is going the wrong way. Awesome. He'll figure it out someday. And so you're gonna go in now? Or no, there's another train coming. There's another guy pulling in. There you are. You gotta go under the bridge. You're gonna back up. I guess I'll leave that like that. This guy's pulled in there, so I'm happy for this as ever. There's that guy you're stuck behind. The map is coming along very, very well. You know, soon enough we'll be able to put down our, oh hey, the Christmas music. Soon enough we'll be able to put down our station for the unloading of the plastic pellets and stuff, which means we'll be able to redo this and work on this area a little bit. We still don't have the new kinds of trucks, I think, but this seems to all be operating, at least decently well. And this can pass a massive amount of trains in all sorts of different directions. So I'm very, very happy with everything. And I know I've already said that like twice or three times, but seriously, I don't think we've done this much in terms of just... Wait, where are you going? In terms of just solid, good work in a while. You know, we've especially last episode, we sort of just dicked around and talked about what we wanted to do. So here comes this guy. Is he pulling into the right place? No, he's passing through. He's heading back the other direction. Not smart. Unless you didn't get to unload to the right. No, you did. Yeah, no, you were, Oh, he's going through this. Oh. He's going into the other siding. Okay. Which means he's gonna block. Oh, god damn it. Okay, great. He's actually gonna block all entrance. That was necessary. That was absolutely necessary, or else nobody would have been able to leave or come into this station. And then we would have had... I mean, it would have been not gridlock, it probably would have been something worse. Alright, anyways. It would have been something more insidious. Something that we wouldn't have expected. Okay, let's load up our favorite save file. I always figured I should have replaced this with the Kool-Aid Man F40. Just because. Alright, so, yeah. Everything's working. We've got to get to working on that other station. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'll see you next week. Trainman out.